This is Florida Natural Farming at Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm. I'm just admiring how stunning it is here. It's just, wow. Florida is truly gorgeous. So I've been doing a lot of, dividing and hacking, and so I've been doing the variegated cassava along here. There's a bunch of stuff in here along this border. There's heliconias I put in here. There's blue agave I put in here. There's ginger I put in here. There's a cherry of the, no, that's a Cedar Bay cherry. And then there's these Mexican petunias with the purple flowers. And then the weeds, but I put some Brugmansia cuttings in here. Everything is so wet. I didn't realize how much damage all the docks and everything sustained down at our little beach house we have. We were fine, thank God. But we don't have a dock on, well, we built a platform on the 12 feet from the high water table. I don't know, at our beach house. I don't know, it's about 10 years ago. No, 8 years ago. 8 or 9 years ago. And now the water is below it. It's on the water. So the water is definitely on the move here in Florida in the last 10 years. Scary. Glad I see this pitchfork. I would have been looking for that everywhere. So I'm gonna walk the property front to back because everything is so wet, and I know that there's standing water everywhere. I see it everywhere around here. The ground is like so soggy, and our water table is very high at the moment, and it hasn't rained in a while, like 5 days or 4 days or whatever it's been. And it's just pretty, and it's nice to do this walk. Cleanse myself of all the bad energy I came across over the holidays. That's a real thing, I think. So I don't mix well with everyone. It's weird. That's why we're not open to the public. We're a biodynamic certified rare tropical fruit farm in Vero Beach, Florida. So we're Biodynamic Demeter Certified farm. We are not organic certified. We just have the biodynamic certification. Biodynamic is for the environment and to help people fix their earth and not into money. So I'm all for it. Biodynamic growing. And it's the original certifying agencies. They were organic before organic was even thought of. I believe in it. I combine that with different natural farming methods to grow rare tropical fruit trees in a natural setting in Florida. So we don't water anything. Look at these. These are 2-year-old seed-grown cacao. And then there's a achachiro behind that right there. They look good. And here's a little ditch. That's how high our water table is. So it's pretty, it's like a foot across, probably. Here's a cacao with fruiting cacao. This is its second year fruiting from seed. This is seed-grown cacao from a tree that I planted in Florida, outside. It's still alive, like 10 years later. Produces tons of fruit. Not this fruit tree. This is only its second year in production, so the frogs are peeing away. There's that little ditch. It's basically the only input I do. I apply inputs daily, year-round, 365 days a year. And it's basically, rather than make a big pile of manure from cleaning the barn out every day from the donkeys and the cows. So we have 4 miniature zebu and 2 smallish donkeys, standard sized donkeys. And so rather than making one huge pile, I distribute it throughout the farm on 10 acres. Some micro piles of compost daily, year-round. And you can't apply it within 4 months of harvesting fruit. So near anything that's fruiting, or you're going to harvest fruit from for within I think 120 days. Not I think it is 120 days. So I have to follow those rules, but 10 acres. Little tiny wheelbarrow full of crap and compost. It makes stuff grow well, especially the zebu manure. This place really started popping after we got the zebus. Sure, I had been doing biodynamic preps, but it really didn't pop until I got the zebus. As soon as I got the zebus, it all changed. The miniature zebu are like bred from dwarf or miniature indigenous cows of India, so indigenous hump cows of India, and then they like bred them all together. They brought them over here and they bred them all, crossed them, and sorry, I was fixated on that spider web. They cross them with, not probably pure what they have in India, but as close as I can get to the cows that they use for all the, well-known. There's lots of spiders here. Whoa, look at that. I love mushrooms. How do I get around you, spider? I have to go through here. Sorry. Zebu, all the traditional India medicines and farming. I mean, they developed they brought us the mango, the neem, probably thousands of trees with medicinal properties that I thought, well, that's how I need to grow the mangoes with the manures from the zebus. So I got my little miniature zebus and I love them. They make me, I don't know, they definitely make me feel better when I hug my little cows in the morning. Oh, definitely. I forgot to look at the standing water at the neighbor's property. It had it yesterday. I don't want to be too obvious, but I saw standing water everywhere. I'm just shocked at the the docks on the Indian River Lagoon that were all destroyed. I had no idea. I used to kayak every day across to the island. I guess it finally dried up. There's a little bit over there, but not much. I'm not even gonna look at it, but across the Indian River Lagoon every day. But I stay here all the time now, so I don't ever go up there, but my partner uses it. They work in Melbourne, so it's like real close to Melbourne. We never lose power at our little beach house. Never lose power, and it's a little wooden frame house from 1957. That's really cute, and I had to clean up the forest. It's got a little forest on it. It's got an island with nesting wood storks right offshore of it. The spiders are just, can you see that spider? No, yeah, there it is. It's not gonna do it. I could, but it's not. Move on. I need to start bringing some more manure over here. It's time. Nothing's fruiting over here, so get it on all the mangoes back here, the daily manure. It's like, I do that input, and then I do the biodynamic preps. You have to do the biodynamic preps. You have to make compost, biodynamic compost. And then I spray the horn manure and the 501. The silica. Just once a year, I do the minimum. I used to do like overload, but I also make my own horn and I apply that, or I bury it. I don't spray it. I bury the horns and I leave it. Or I might dig up the horn, or I do dig up the horn after 6 months and rebury it in areas that have had issues like freezing or standing water. So it's been a long time since we've had rain here, but I want to see if they still have any standing water. They don't appear to have any more standing water over there. Oh, I see some actually. It's on the other side of the driveway. Yep. Mangoes are looking good. This orchard floor, I mean, it looks really, this is what I like to see. All this stuff in it, just everything in there. Not predominantly grass, not predominantly Bidens, but a little of everything. Flowering stuff. Of course, these are the cow pasture there and here. And all the way back to my right is all animal pasture. Mangoes looks really good. I expect them to flush. Some of them are starting to, I can see. The color is like This is fruit punch. Fruit punch those store-bought fruit punch trees, because these are all nursery grown trees. When I say I have 250 mangoes, that's 250 that we have of grafted trees that we bought from Zills, and as 3 gallons. Everything was a 3-gallon, and minus the 25 or so, 25 that froze. And then not including any seedlings. So we have a lot of seedling trees now that I'm not even including in that. So we have 250 of these grafted trees, and this is their January, it'll be 3 years. So dry farmed with just the inputs that I talked about and letting the orchard floor grow. Of course, we don't have like some people are like, well, I have this stuff. Well, the trees seem to do good in there, in this stuff. I mean, they don't look like they're hurting. These are fruit punch also. Fruit punch can be disease prone, the store-bought trees. They eventually outgrow it, but it can take 3 years, or they can look like they're going to outgrow it and go back into it. The nursery grown trees. It's like triggers like drought and stuff can do it. Like then the ants move in and start harvesting stuff on them. But they'll outgrow it. We don't spray any aquatic life killing substances on anything. We don't spray any coppers or anything like that. So I'm going to go over and look at the neighbor's pond, since I've been talking about standing water and I haven't been able to see any. Here's one of our ditches that goes to the pond. So that's how high the groundwater is. So if the ditch wasn't there, there wouldn't be any standing water on here. And it's not in all the ditches, just where the water's deepest, or the water's deepest, just where the hole is deepest, yes, and the water is deepest. I wanted to do a video yesterday, but I was like, I don't know, brain dead? And I was like, what in the hell happened? I thought maybe I had a stroke or something. But I think it was just all the energy, the bad energy I came across during the holidays. Ugh. Not going to do that to myself anymore. So here's the pond, and it is like really full. This summer, this was almost dried up, and now it's like it's the shells that's in the, petrified shells in the sand here, giant shells. Of course, I shouldn't laugh, but we've killed all the clams. It looks like there's just a little bit of standing water over there right now, but I'm sure it was covered, because I saw yesterday it was covered. It's just starting to that pine tree is in the water. This is like a foot, the water table is like a foot down in some areas. So they raised that property next door, 3 feet above us. See, it still is in this area to your right, that pasture. And then it's sunk in the center. And look what it's done. That's how this property used to be. It was like standing water, like, I don't know, how many days has it been? It's been 4 days, 5 days since it's rained. So, and that property was raised up with fill 3 feet above us. Because they built that house there that house back there, they built that after we bought this property. It's pretty though, isn't it? And look at how gorgeous that is. That's what I mean, Florida is so stunning. It could be Eden, because you can grow all these rare tropical fruit trees without doing anything. And yet, they connect them to water and they fertilize them. Because you have to use water when you use conventional fertilizers. And they mow everything, which doesn't make any sense on a practical level to start with, but to implement it and have it become dogma as an orchard floor is somewhat fascinating to me, but also really, I don't know. I mean, it designed an orchard floor for a tractor is what that is. To sell a tractor. So you could harvest more food. Drive tractors through there. I don't know. I know that the food that they grow is like lacking in, you know, essential fungi that bring essential phytochemicals, which are bioactive compounds in us. Bioactive compounds that are helpful for human health. I call this functional diversity, the orchard floor. It's like it works. It holds the water. It fixes the soil. It builds the soil. And it provides a crop. Oh, these mangoes. We'll get a crop this year. You watch. I'm not going anywhere, so you will see. This cherry tree had flowers on it the other day. This is Valkyrie. Or no, Valkyrie. What is that? Valencia Pride. Ugh. Get it together. Too many freaking plant names in my head. So when I thought I had a stroke, oh, did it set fruit? Hell yes. Carrie never sets fruit, female flowers. I see fruitlets on there, right there. And I see one right there. That's interesting. Had another flower I saw. Just might it be cold enough for it to hold that fruit. I will be very happy. The pigeon peas, I threw a bunch of pigeon pea in here. Not a lot of them established, but enough of them did that I know more of them will establish through here. Pigeon peas were a gift from my Frank and his Jamaican family friends. Thank you. So I saw some, I might as well look since I'm back here. I saw some cashew. This is a ditch that goes to that pond. The water table's down about a foot. That's the height of the water table. But this used to be 20-foot wide ditch of water for it would be still full. And there'd be huge lawn ponds like over that I just showed you. I know there isn't any. So there's like longans in here, little longans, and cashew. I thought this cashew, I think this is from this year, but maybe not. Looks too big for this year. Yeah, this is from last year, especially this one. They look good. I got to plant all that used to be pasture all through here, but since the neighbors sprayed glyphosate over there on our property line, I don't use that pasture that went around there's a little longan that's snapped over. It's regrowing from where it snapped over or something. Looks like, I don't know why that is. I've planted some achachas through here, around that tree. Quite a few seeds, but I haven't identified them. I don't mark anything. I just plant it, and so here's a pasture to my right, and then to the left is now planting area. So I have to plant all this out. Pigeon peas to start with. I see monarch butterflies though, that's cool. And the mangoes. So I did a video once of dry farm mangoes, and that's the tree. Sweet tart tree. It's a lemon zest mango. This tree. There are so many butterflies. I love those little blue ones. Where are they? Can I see it? There it is. Anyway. This is Florida Natural Farming at Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm. I hope you have a beautiful day.